Hello, everyone. Welcome to the intermediate level of SQL. To begin the class today, we'll be trying to upload existing tables into our database. To do that, we are working with the SQL tutorial database. I will right-click that, go to task and import flat file because the database I'm trying to import is a CSV file. So I will be choosing import flat file. And I would have this pop up right here. Okay, so for me to be able to visualize this fully, I'll have to expand it so I could see the next button. It might not be so on your screen, but click on next. And it's asking for the location of the file to be imported. I will select browse and go to downloads. I want to upload the restaurant operations dataset and the restaurant dataset. So I'll be starting with the restaurant dataset. I'll click on it and select it and click on open and then next. And it's loading for a moment. Okay, it has displayed the content of the data set. So if I'm okay with that, I will click on next. And it's asking for columns to be modified. Okay, so I would like to select the very first value of my very first column to have a primary key, which will be understanding why we need to select a primary key as we keep moving on the course. However, the column that should be chosen for a primary key must not have null values. That is one thing you need to pay attention to. And I will select my restaurant ID. The restaurant ID does not a column does not have null values. So I'll click on next and then finish. And the table is importing into my SQL database. I would give it some time. All right, my table has uploaded successfully, so I can uh, close this and click on refresh. And under tables, I would see the table I just uploaded, which is the restaurant data set. Okay, so I still have one more table to upload into my SQL tutorial database. So I would repeat the process again. Right click on the SQL tutorial database, go to tags, select import flat file because the file type we are trying to import into our SQL tutorial database is a CSV file. So I'll click on that and I will be expanding this so I can have a better view on my tags, and then I'll click on next and go to browse to select the file I want to work with. This time around, I'll be choosing the restaurant operations dataset and click on open and next. And it has displayed the values of my restaurant operations dataset. I'll go to next again. And I will be choosing the restaurant ID again as my primary key. Remember that the column you choose to have to be your primary key in your data set must not have null values. Also, if there are any columns that contain null values, this section right here will be checked for that particular column with null values. It's okay. But whatever column that you'll be choosing for your primary key must not have null values. All right. So we will not allow null values in any of such columns that will be used for primary key. And then I will click on next again and finish. And my table will take some time to be imported into my SQL tutorial database. So let's wait. Now my second table has been imported successfully, as we can see here, and it's also giving a green check to show that my operation has been completed. If you see otherwise, then you might need to make some changes on your table, which we'll discuss maybe if we ever encounter such in the class. So I would close this and refresh, and then go to tables, expand tables, and I will see my two data sets that have just been imported into my SQL tutorial database. All right.